everybody, Tiffany here. So glad that you have tuned in to my YouTube channel. As the title states, this blog is called Single Moms: How to Maintain a Good Relationship with Your Child's Father. Now, I'm talking about this because I have had so much experience in this area, so I'm able to share with you. And I tell you, it is only by God's grace that I am able to have such success in this area. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to kind of go through and share a few things that can really help you maintain a good relationship with your child's father. Number one, you have to forgive yourself. Now, I was 19 when I had my son. I wasn't married, and that pretty much shattered the expectation and standard that I had set for myself, to finish college, then get married, have kids, house, white picket fence kind of thing. Didn't go at all the way that I was wanting. And so I really had to forgive myself. I feel like I let my mom down. I let my brother and sister down, who were both younger than me, because I wanted to set that example for them. I feel like most importantly, I let God down. And that to me was really the hardest, why I cried the most. I really felt like I had let God down. And so I had to forgive myself. And it took me a long time, but what I realized is that once I was able to forgive myself and stop being angry at myself, stop beating myself up, then I was able to forgive my son's father. So that goes to our second point. You have to forgive your child's father. Say that again. You have to forgive your child's father. I know that he may not have done everything that you've expected him to do, done everything that you've wanted him to do. He probably caused you a lot of hurt and pain. And the thing is that you have to forgive. Now, even God said that if you don't forgive others, he will not forgive you. And I don't know about you, but I need God to forgive me because I want to make it into heaven. Amen. And so, forgive him. I know that it hurts. I know that you have cried so much. I know that he may have put you through so much. But forgive, not for him, but forgive for yourself. And not only for you, forgive for your child. And so once you're able to forgive yourself and let go of all the anger that you have for yourself and blaming yourself for where you are and how things have happened, and it's not your fault. It takes two. But even in that, stop blaming yourself. Stop beating yourself up about it. It happened. It's over. What's done is done. You are where you are. Lift your head up and start moving forward. And so now that you have forgiven yourself and now that you have forgiven him, um, I want you to throw out all of your expectations. Throw them all out the window. And what I mean by that is, I was a single mother once. So, we expect our child's father to help out. We expect them to come see our child at least, once a week or whatever. We expect them to want to see our child. We expect them to give financially. We expect them to call and check and see how they're doing all the time. You have to throw those expectations out the window because that is the easiest way for you to get disappointed and upset. Because being setting expectations on people, placing expectations on people, it's just there's no way to control that person. So if they don't do what you expect all the time, are you going to get upset all the time because they're not meeting the expectations that you have placed on them? And some of them are expectations that they don't even know that you have set. So in your mind, you're thinking, I expect him to call every week and check on my son. But you've never communicated that to him, so he doesn't even know that that's what you're expecting. And so it's like it's an automatic letdown, an automatic disappointment. And so you have to throw the expectations out. And really, what I learned is that once I really got to know God as my father and know him as my provider, I stopped expecting from my child's father. So I never asked him for anything. I never asked him, back during that time when I first had my son, those first few years, I never asked him, to come and see my son. I never asked him to help out financially. I never asked him to do anything because I didn't want to place those expectations on him and then later on get disappointed and get upset because he didn't fulfill my expectations. I just started putting my trust in God and saying, okay, God is my provider. God is going to take care of me and my son. If I put my trust in him, I will never be put to shame. I will never be disappointed. So that's who I'm going to put my trust and my expectations in, God, not my child's father. And I tell you, to this day, God has never disappointed me. And it has been almost 8 years. So throw your expectations out the window. I promise you that by doing that, you will truly, like, literally lift a load off of your shoulders. You will feel so much lighter and so much free because now you're not putting expectation in man, but you're putting it in God. So then after you do that, let's lose the pride. Let's lose the pride, women. And what I mean by that is, when I got pregnant, because I had let so many people down, and then some people kind of are not rooting for you anyways. You kind of feel like you have to prove to people like, I can do this. I can take care of my child. I'm still gonna be something. I'm still gonna finish school. I'm still gonna get married and have a family, and I'm still gonna be somebody. Lose that attitude. Because what I want you to know is that you don't have to prove anything to anybody. The only person that truly matters is God. And God is already pleased with you. He already knew the end from the beginning of your life. He already knew what you were going to do, what was going to happen. So you don't have to feel like you have to please anybody but God. And God is already pleased with you. So lose that pride and that attitude of feeling like you have to prove to people that you are still going to be somebody, that you're still doing something, that that all hope is not gone because you got pregnant and had a baby and had all this, these issues. No, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. The only person that matters is God. And once you become confident in that and knowing that God is the only one that matters, I feel like you really will begin to have more peace within yourself and more confidence even within yourself as a mother and as a woman, just in general. And then also, lose that I don't need him attitude. You know, uh, I've said that before. I've said it before. I don't need him. And, it's like maybe you don't. Maybe you are financially good and you don't need him. But you don't have to have that attitude and that pride, like, and always be saying it and down talking him. You know what I mean? Like, humble yourself. And so that's what I really had to learn is that um, I just had to lose it. So I don't need him. I don't want him around. He don't gotta come see my son. It's not about you. It's about your child, right? And so let's leave that door open. That if they want to help or they want to support or they want to be around, give them that opportunity. Give them that chance. And so this is a part of being a grown up. It's a part of growing up and being mature, which means learning how to communicate and learn how to communicate respectfully. Talk to people the way you want to be talked to, right? Learn how to say things. Sometimes it's not always what you say, but it's how you say it. How are you communicating to your child's father? Are you always yelling at them or talking at them? Or are you speaking to them, and are you speaking to them in a respectful way? And this is the thing, you can't talk to somebody respectfully if you still have anger and unforgiveness there. So that's why those first 2 points that I made about forgiving yourself, not being angry at yourself, and forgiving him, not being angry at him, because once you've forgiven yourself and him, now there's no more anger there. So now you can talk peaceably and respectfully and work things out. And so, um, really, these really are key things that really do help. They really do make a difference. Be the bigger person. You know what I mean? Always try to be the bigger person and take the high road. Just remember, it's not only about you and your child's father, it's about the child. And so, um, I just really hope these things, these few little things that I've shared helped. It definitely has helped me. I had a baby at 19, and me and my child's father and my husband, we all have a great relationship. There is no drama there, and my son is almost 8. And it is only by God's grace that I can say this. and it takes hard work, and it takes maturity and you to grow up. You know what I mean? So really just keep in mind what I'm saying to you, and I really do know that it works if you work it. So you have to want it. And if you want it, you work it, and you will have it. So I hope this helped you guys. I will be more than happy to take questions or comments if you guys want to leave them. I don't mind responding and answering questions. Like I said, I thank God that I have a peaceful relationship um, with my child's father. It's definitely uh, a blessing. So I hope this helps you guys. I look forward to talking with you guys next time. Have a great day.